Hello nerds, geeks, and creative minds alike. My name is Marcus Jeremiah Lindsay. I'm the owner and founder of Angelic Comics, based in Las Vegas, Nevada, and St. George, Utah. And today I'm going to be giving you 5, I guess you could say, tips for creating a successful comic book Kickstarter campaign. I do have a successful Kickstarter campaign that just got successful a couple months ago. And I know that a lot of people are wanting to do their own Kickstarter campaigns. So this is my experience, and I want to help everyone else with building your own campaigns. So yeah, let's start with the 5 steps I have in mind. So the first one is you want to have good content. You want to make sure that you have fleshed out story details. Your story is basically written out. And even if it's not like past the first issue written out, just make sure the first issue is written out pretty good. And make sure you know that you have some artwork as well. For my first Kickstarter campaign, I had a few comic book pages, but I didn't get my cover page done until like a week into the Kickstarter campaign. So for me, it was still a work in progress. I was rushing things a little bit. My first Kickstarter campaign was not successful. The goal was $2,700, and it turned into, and I had like $1,700 in there, and after 30 days, it did not work. And I'm going to explain more in this video how you can avoid that and what you can do to get that successful, crispy, clean campaign. Now, as far as what I was just saying about the content, story, and art, basically, yeah, just make sure you have enough writing done for your story so you can actually do your campaign, and then have some artwork that you can show off. Because when it comes to your campaign, people are going to want to see what you have. What I would say is you should even copy or look at other successful comic book Kickstarter campaigns and see how they lay out their page. They have like a nice like title bar that has like the name of the comic. Then they have like some description. They go into the characters, who the characters are. There's a lot of different things you can do as far as like how to, you know, how to organize your page. So just make sure you have good content for that. And that goes into the second step I have is care for your page. So yeah, I kind of already touched up on this, but yeah, care for your Kickstarter page. For me, I was always changing and updating my page as I got more artwork and as I got more inspired to write more story. But you're gonna spend a couple hours probably on your Kickstarter page if you're a writer like me. So, you know, make sure your Kickstarter page looks pretty good. Make sure your intro video is decent. Even if you're not big budget or anything, you could still do a pretty decent video. The video should be less than 5 minutes if you can do that. Anything more than 5 minutes, people are probably not going to want to watch it. So keep that in mind. So yeah, just make sure your page looks good and copy from others and see how they've done it, because the more visual stuff people can see, the more they're going to want to be like, okay, yeah, I can probably chip into this campaign. And make sure it's actually like a good like story. Like I'm saying is make sure it's not okay. So what I'm trying to say is make sure that your comic book that you're gonna produce, if it's like a solo comic book for like one specific character, it's gonna work better than like a team book, for example. My first Kickstarter was a team book. It's kind of harder to have a team book without all the illustrations of all the characters. My Kickstarter, my second Kickstarter, so for me, my first Kickstarter failed, but I did a new Kickstarter with a smaller goal, and that's how I was able to get this one completed, right? But all I'm saying is make sure that, like, if you're doing a team book, make sure you can actually have art of every single person on your team first before you do your Kickstarter. If it's just like one person, then it should be typically easier than having a whole team, because that's where more artwork comes into play. So I might be getting ahead of myself here, but yeah, basically for that second step, just take care of your page, make sure your page looks good. Now, the third successful tip I want to give you is pre-promotion. I didn't utilize this. If you don't know about this in Kickstarter, Kickstarter has a special thing where you can create your entire page and then you can do the pre-promotion phase. This lets you share your content, and it lets you like basically advertise your page to whoever you want to advertise it to before it goes live, before people can actually pledge. And so imagine if you did 30 days of pre-promotion, right? You get like 25 people that are actually committed to wanting to do your comic book, right? It might be very beneficial. Next, you know, it launches for 30 days. You get funded in 5 days or less. So, yeah, pre-promotion is a really important part of it. I have spent money into like Instagram ads and stuff. I do not recommend it 100%. It is good to spend a little bit of money on it, but you do want to be able to grow your page through other like relational ways. You can go to any other Instagram. You can go to any other YouTube video about how to get more Instagram followers and how to get more people to your page. I won't get a lot into that here. But make sure you have a decent following. I think I had 250 people when I first did mine, and it's kind of okay. So the fourth tip I have for you guys is going to be learning from others. You can even talk to successful Kickstarter campaign people, even just lower indie comic people who still have their comics to show off and everything. Learn from them, and they can give you tips and tricks for what to do to make your comic book Kickstarter successful. That's what I did for mine, and it's good. And you can either copy someone what their page has, like the layout, learn from their videos. But yeah, you do want to learn from other creators because we're all kind of in the same realm here when it comes to indie comics. So yeah, there's that. So then my fifth tip to be successful in the comic book Kickstarter campaign world is to set a reasonable goal. My first goal, like I said before, it was 2,700. I only had 1,700 out of 2,700, so mine failed. But then I did a new one for approximately $500. And the $500 goal blew out, and it got to $1,000 within 15 days after, I was able, it's a whole story, but I was able to get a successful goal. I was only able to get 7 pages out of my 20 pages that I wanted, but having a reasonable goal is easy because let's say you want $500, right? But you actually want more. Have stretch goals. So $500, people pledge, you make your goal. Awesome. Now that your goal is met, you are guaranteed the money. So now you can say, okay, stretch goal of $1,000. Let's say it's maybe enough money to add a few more pages in there, or maybe it's enough money to have a colored first page, or maybe it's enough money to have a variant cover, and then just keep going from there. And eventually you can even have a stretch goal of 2K. Okay, if we reach the goal of $2,000, we're going to be able to have a full 20-page comic book, boom, whatever. And you can, and it kind of scales depending on what your specific look is that you're looking for your business. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that. Alright, so this video has gone on long enough, almost 9 minutes. But I'm just gonna say these are just my thoughts, and I am more than willing to help anyone else with their Kickstarter campaigns. I will be doing more videos like this in the future. You can also reach out to me at angeliccomics@gmail.com. You can also check the description for contact information to reach me. But yeah, these are my 5 successful tips. There's a lot more I can say. There really is a lot more I can say, but I want to keep this video as short as I possibly can because I like to talk about stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, consider giving me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for more content in the future. And I'm not on this channel trying to promote all my stuff all the time when it comes to videos like this. I'm trying to just help out others if I get people to help me out, and I mean, that's nice, but I'm here for you guys. So yeah, share this with your friends, and give me any criticisms or critiques, or add more to the comments if you have more to add. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Stay safe, and as always, don't forget to enjoy your destiny. Alright guys, goodbye.